Well, and I-25 in Arapahoe is where we are. The snow is starting to taper off, and it appears traffic is moving along nicely. But I can tell you from experience today, looks can really be deceiving. As I was driving from Highlands Ranch, I went on the I-25 overpass, the C-470, hit a slick spot, and did some serious fishtailing. And CDOT tells me that is their big concern tonight. Is that as the temperatures drop even more, these roads can ice up and cause some major problems. The good news, they say right now, no major issues to report in the Denver Tech Center. But of course, as the evening goes on, that is subject to change, and we'll, of course, keep you posted throughout the night. We're live at the Denver Tech Center. Tom Mustin, Denver 7.
Thank you, Tom. Let's go north on I-25 to Fort Collins. Denver 7 photojournalist Major King is tracking conditions there today. What's it look like, Major?
Well, I was all set to tell you guys that the snow was done, but I was just checking radar, and I've got a few flakes coming down right now, so I think we've got one small band to the north and to the east of Fort Collins. We had about 2 inches today. The bulk of that came down between 9 a.m. and noon, and I'll tell you what, the city of Fort Collins never did go on accident alert, but there sure were some crashes all over the city, including this one in this residential area over by the hospital on the east side. Hopefully this woman was okay. She was complaining of some possible neck injuries. And then there was this other one on the west side over at Prospect and Shields. Everything got cleaned up okay, but it wasn't all bad news. Some folks, believe it or not, were loving this today because they stand to make some money. You gonna make some money today?
Oh yes, a good amount of money.
We need the moisture too, yeah?
Oh yeah, we do need the moisture. It's been a dry year this year, and we're finally getting the snow at the last part.
You gotta love that laugh. And thanks for talking with me, Josh. I hope you have a good night the rest of your day. The city is still working on the streets. They're probably done with the arterials by now. They put down that thick slicer the best they can do because we're down to single digits up here. It's really cold. They have to put a lot of that stuff down to try to keep the ice at bay. I think they're moving on to those feeder streets coming out of the residential areas about this time. So guys, it's cold up here and still a little bit of snow. It's going to be a cold night. We'll send it back to you live in Fort Collins. Major King.
Yeah, it's already cold out there. Thank you, Major. Another road where traffic is slow going this evening, 6th Avenue. We've been tracking the busy stretch between downtown Denver to I-70 West throughout the afternoon, and that's where we find Liz Gilardi. How's it going out there, Liz?
Well, Ann, I would say the most difficult part is actually just getting here, especially since some of those roads in and around downtown Denver are so clogged. It took us about 45 minutes, almost an hour, just to drive out to 6th and Sims from downtown Denver. So it was definitely a slow go. It's going to take people a lot longer to get home. If you're waiting on someone to get home from work tonight, you could be waiting for a while. And that's actually why CDOT was asking people if they could leave work a little bit early to try and stagger that commute and alleviate some of that traffic. But it is a very slow go out here. I mean, traffic is moving along, and I know 6th, it looks like plows have been out here. So cars are moving, but again, it is definitely going to take some time. Reporting live, Liz Gilardi, Denver 7.
All right, Liz. I-225 and I-70 in Aurora is a notorious trouble spot when it snows. Russell Haythorne has been tracking conditions there and joins us live. Russell?
Yeah, Shannon, no one getting anywhere quickly if you're heading out tonight. What you're looking at here is traffic on I-70 in between Peoria and Havana. The traffic lights coming toward us are westbound, and then the traffic moving away from us is eastbound toward the airport. And it's been a slow crawl all afternoon. Really, conditions have been deteriorating all afternoon. The snow coming down really heavily now. The traffic is moving, but no one's going anywhere quickly, as I mentioned. Just to give you an idea, we left I-225 in Parker at about 1 o'clock this afternoon. We headed west on 225 and then north on I-25 up through the heart of the city and then east on I-70, and it took us about 2.5 hours to get to this location. So some drivers taking it slowly. Other drivers say, hey, a little snow, icy cold conditions, at least we're not Chicago.
I'm from originally from Orland Park, Illinois, which is the south suburb of Chicago. Yeah, this is nothing, man. I grew up in this stuff, so this is compared to the polar vortex they got a couple last week or something. This is nothing, dude.
This is cakewalk, huh?
Yeah, it's nothing.
A piece of good news out here is that traffic seems to be lightening up a little at this late hour, so maybe people got out of work early and headed home. We're live at I-70 and Havana. I'm Russell Haythorne, Denver 7.
All right.